keep on learning.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you. I love you too. So, I got 15 minutes. So, before Prepaid Legal, I was 27 years old, college dropout, waiting tables at Chili's, making $200 to $300 a week in tips, living far below the poverty level, in a nasty cockroach and rat-infested house built in 1927. We had drive-by shootings, burglaries. Anybody live in a neighborhood where you hear the sirens all night long? Matter of fact, one day I came home. I had borrowed my roommate's rusted, busted red truck. And I come home. He's there waiting for me because he needed to run an errand. I threw him the keys. By the time he got out the front door, the truck was gone. So somebody needed it worse than we did. And I was desperate to find something else. I was looking for something when Prepaid Legal came into my life. My brother Jeff, several of my brothers, we all got together one night, and Jeff and his wife Cindy said, hey, there's something we want to show you. You may or may not be interested. It's only going to take about 15 minutes. And they pulled out this video, and I could see the title of the video when they pulled it out, and it was called Now Is the Time. And my thought was, now is the time to end this meeting. I got to go. I don't want to watch that. I don't know what that is. But they put the video in, and at the end of the video, I look at my brother Mike, and he's looking at me, and we look at our brother Dave, and we're all looking at each other and saying, I'm in. Are you in? I'm in. I'm in. Are you in? You in? I'm in. We're in. We said, Jeff, we're in. What do we do? And he said, I don't know. I'm not in yet. And see, that's my first nugget for how to get to platinum. Because Jeff was not even a Prepaid Legal associate. He went to a presentation, loved what he saw, got a third-party tool, and put it in front of his brothers. He knew nothing about Prepaid Legal. He showed us a video, and we said, we're in. So, and since then, great things have happened, and we're very, very thankful, very, very grateful for the success that we've enjoyed thus far in Prepaid Legal. Tuesday is my 10-year anniversary. I'm excited about that. This coming Tuesday, 10 years in Prepaid Legal. And for the next couple of minutes, I just want to share with you some of the things that I feel are critical to enjoy success in this business. And the first of those is just the faith to believe. I think that's something that you just got to have faith. If you don't have it, why even try if there's not some sort of belief, something stirring in you that says that you can do better, that you can have more, that you can enjoy more. I used to throw my credit card statements in the trash without opening them. Because, and if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. The pain, the physical pain that you felt knowing that you did not have the power, didn't think that you had the power to make even the minimum payments. So they just went from the mailbox to the trash. But there was something in there, in me stirring, telling me, you can do better. I remember waiting tables, and I had a tray full of fajitas and hamburgers. And the fajitas are spitting all over me. And through the spit, God spoke to me. Really. And He said, I did not put you on this planet to sell hamburgers and fajitas. What are you going to do with your life? And my response was, I don't know. You're God, can you... I don't know. I don't have a degree. I don't have a plan. I'm 27. I live in the ghetto, and I sell hamburgers for a living. And there was nothing, no answer. But I had this faith to believe. This thing that said you can. I didn't put you on the planet to do this. I put you on the planet to make an influence, to be an influence, to make an impact. And so I started looking, right? And we hear the magic about searching and looking and what happens when you search and you look. And so I was searching, I was looking, and I find Prepaid Legal. And right after I got started, I made a decision. And I hope you'll get that in your notes. I hope that you'll decide that this is your vehicle. See, I didn't have a degree to fall back on. If you look at all the doors in this arena, all the exits in this arena. Some of you have that many exits in your life. You've got experience. You've got a great resume. You've got a degree. You've got a great support system. I didn't have any of that stuff. It was prepaid legal or what? Prepaid legal or bust. It was prepaid legal or wait tables until I'm 30, until I'm 40, until I'm 50. The bartender at Chili's was 60 years old. And she had been with that Chili's for over 15 years. And every day I walked in, I saw her, that if I didn't change, she was my future. And so every day I went to work, I knew I had to make a decision. So I see prepaid legal, I make a decision to get started. Decision comes from the Latin root decidere, which means to cut from. And I made a decision in the ghetto, in my poverty, in my ignorance, 10 years ago to cut myself from all of those things. To cut myself from a life of mediocrity. To cut myself from a life of poverty. To cut myself from a life of ignorance. I didn't want to live a life like that anymore. And what I want to challenge all of you to do today is to make a decision. Don't just say, oh yeah, I'm going to do prepaid legal. You've got to decide. And you've got to decide that you're going to do it even when everything around you is screaming, you're wasting your time. That's a decision, so you decide. I remember living in that nasty house. There was a gap, about a 4-inch gap between the front porch and the front door. So to get into the house, we always, you kind of had to leap through the front door. We had a porch swing. The rafters were rotting, and so the swing swung a little sideways. And my brother Jeff, who is my sponsor, and I are swinging on the front porch. Neither one of us, and the dust is falling on our hair from the rafters. Neither one of us had been paid in prepaid legal. And he said, how long are you going to do this? And I said, until I'm platinum. And he said, and I said to him, how long are you going to do this? And he said, until I'm platinum. And I said, you're platinum. And he said, no, man, you're platinum. And I said, you're platinum. And he goes, you're platinum. And then we started crying. And 2 grown men standing in the ghetto are holding each other, crying, Hughes' cry, because we knew that we found it. We knew it. Even then we knew it. We knew we found it. So we made a decision that we would stay. And then once we got to platinum, that would be silly to quit, right? Made platinum, I can quit now. So we stayed. Now that's number 1. Number 2 is a commitment. All of us have made decisions, but very few truly commit to that decision. And we've heard Jeff Olson say many times that the definition of commitment is doing the thing you said you'd do long after the spirit in which you said it in has left you. It's so easy to decide in this room. It's so easy to commit in this room. There's so many people. We come to events, we got our pinkies in the air. Kumbaya, my Lord. Love prepaid legal. See, that's not commitment. That's not prepaid legal for life. It's easy to say that in here. Singing Kumbaya, that's Kumbaya. That's not commitment. And there's a big difference. And some people don't know that. Some people think that because they come here and they feel this, oh, this is so, and I'm going exec and I'm going to get my ring. That's not commitment and it's not decision. That's excitement. And our job is to somehow convert the enthusiasm that we're all experiencing right now into a decision followed by a commitment to that decision. That's number 2. I love how Zig Ziglar says. Zig Ziglar says, many of you are committed like a kamikaze pilot on his 73rd mission. That's good, right? A kamikaze pilot should have one mission and then be off to the next life. So we've got to commit to this thing. And the third thing that I want to share with you today is personal growth. Jim Rohn said it best. This was his message to us in our industry. Work harder on yourself than you do on your business. Our business, the things that we're asked to do, they're so simple. How hard is it to hand out a couple DVDs, send people to a website, put people on a recorded call? That's simple. How hard is it to go to a business briefing? What do you do at a business briefing? How hard is that? You breaking a sweat? We go to our trainings. We go to the Super Saturdays. All that stuff is so easy. I'll give you a nugget. The hardest thing about this business, the hardest thing about prepaid legal is to keep it simple. That's the hardest thing. The reason, Jeff Olson was my mentor in network marketing, and the reason he is my mentor is because I see him as a genius. His genius is to keep it simple. He just keeps it so simple, something that every single person can do. But Jim Rohn said this. He says that people don't do well because they don't feel well. And I thought that had to do with just health. It has to do with your mental health as well. It has to do with your psychology. See, I was living in the ghetto, making $200 to $300 a week in tips, dodging bullets and crimes of all manner. Here's what we've got to understand. If you're 27, like me, and you live in the ghetto, there's a reason for that. If you're 60 years old and you're a bartender, there's a reason for that. And to think that I can be a bartender at 60 and to come into prepaid legal and make a multi-six-figure income my first year is ludicrous. Is it possible? Yes. But I've never seen a 60-year-old bartender make $100,000 their first year in prepaid legal. But here's what I have seen. I have seen people like me. I was in high school for 6 years. And that's not a joke, and there's no punchline. That's it. I was a senior in high school 3 times. I came back the 3rd time. My principal said, "No, you're done. Get a trade." I went to college for 5 years. When I was done, I was a sophomore. And there's no punchline to that either. That's it. So I come to, and here's the reality. If you've been here more than a year, and this is not working for you, there's only 3 things to consider. That's it. There's only 3 things to consider if this is not working for you after a year. Now, I didn't say 6 figures after a year, just working. You should be in a profit mode. You should be feeling good about yourself. You should be becoming a person of influence. If this business is not working for you and you've been here more than a year, here are the 3 things to consider. Number 1, you're not doing it right. You're not following the 10 core commitments, those simple things that we do. And if you're doing it right, then let's move on. Number 2 is you're not doing it enough. I had a guy tell me this. He goes, "Chris, I'm doing all the 10 core commitments except for my 2 a day." And he was serious. I said, "Well, how long has it been?" He goes, "It's been a long time since I've done exposures." Y'all get that? Do I need to? Okay. You're not doing it right. You're not doing it enough. Now, this is the message to all of us who are not at the level that we want to be, who are doing it right and are doing it enough. Number 3, we need more personal growth. And that's it. We need more personal growth. If you're doing it right and you're doing it enough and it's not working for you, you need more personal growth. And personal growth, to me, here's the recipe. This is what I was told. I was told to go on a 6-year learning curve, right? And I was told that if you can't do 6, do 5. And if 5's too long, do 4. If you can't do 4, do 3. 3's too much, do 2. Can't do that, do 1. I went on a 1-year first that led to an 11-year growth curve. 1 year, the first year, this is what I was told. Read every day. Read something positive every day. Not the novels with Fabio and that lady draped all. Not that stuff. That'll mess you up. Read the good books every day. Just a few pages of a good book. And so I started doing that. See, I learned that there is a mentality in the ghetto. There's a mentality there that I had to break free from. There's a mentality in the ghetto that will keep you incarcerated for the rest of your life. If you don't change the way you think, things will never change for you. So I started changing the way I thought by reading new information, Oh, this is not what my neighborhood, what my family taught me. This is different. This is new. This is exciting. I started listening to positive programming every day. My wife used to tease me because I got Jim Rohn playing in the shower. You know, she's like, you take long showers. I say, honey, you have no idea what it's like to take a shower with Jim Rohn. Come on. And then positive associations. Hang out with people that have your solutions, not your problems. I wish for all of you all of the success in the world that you'll allow yourselves. Thank you and God bless.